At precisely 2:47 a.m. last night, deep in a rundown off-the-map motel just outside Sacramento, something completely unimaginable happened. Chrisean Rock was found alone in a condition no one could have predicted, and what police found in that room has now triggered an urgent investigation. According to inside sources, authorities are working overtime, and someone from the shadows has already leaked unreleased footage so disturbing. What happened between Chrisean Rock and Blueface has sent the internet into full-blown meltdown mode. Hasn't seen daylight yet, and when you find out what was in that room, you might permanently alter your opinion of Christians. Was this a desperate plea for assistance, a calculated act, or something far more unsettling? Hold on tight, because what you're going to hear isn't only startling. It's just the beginning of understanding this moment. We must go back in time. Since she first came into the public eye with Blueface, Chrisean Rock's life has been nothing short of a wild roller coaster, filled with heartache, celebrity, and public disintegration. Their tumultuous relationship was the subject of headlines. Public outbursts, physical altercations, arrests, and tearful live streams. Nobody could stop Dot from being the fearless rebel who was unabashedly raw, and everything was unfolding like a reality show. However, those close to her whispered a different story, one that was full of emotional instability, mental health warning, signs, and private breakdowns that were too intense to ignore. Even Blueface's own circle began to distance themselves. Then came the pregnancy. Just as the world was starting to calm down from the chaos of Chrisean's last public spectacle, she dropped another bombshell. She was expecting. Almost immediately, social media exploded, accusations were thrown in all directions, screenshots were shared, and the information was dissected like forensic evidence videos. Returned, unkempt, the internet's perverted form of solidarity saw live streams turn into battlegrounds. Fans turn into investigators, haters double down, and memes swirl across timelines, some mocking, others showing an odd kind of support. Her already erratic online presence spiraled into something even harder to define. One moment she was live, her eyes darting, her emotions high, and then her next posts were mysteriously deleted, with cryptic captions that would appear and then disappear. Hours later, people close to her, friends, collaborators, and family members who had once been regulars in her life started to disappear from view, as if she were purposefully or otherwise started gradually disappearing, and nobody could explain why. And suddenly there was nothing, no fresh music, no awkward interviews, no paparazzi photos, no tweets, no tailies, no unintentional deaths, the type of silence that sounds louder than any breakdown. While some fans hoped she had finally done what so many had pleaded with her to do, step away, take care of herself, find some peace, others feared something darker, that the silence wasn't healing but hollowing, that it wasn't retreat but collapse in a digital age where we're used to watching people unravel in real time. The timeline that once pulsed with our presence now felt eerie, like a room that's been abandoned mid-argument. Rumors started to spread. Was she safe? Has something happened behind the scenes? Was the baby okay? As so frequently happens in the era of social media, the distinction between curiosity and concern became hazy. While some people reached out with prayers and kind words, others speculated with voyeuristic glee. Weeks went by with no answers, and what had once seemed like a publicity stunt or a storm of drama started to feel more like a black hole. The absence became the story, and that's when the rumors began to gain traction. These whispers are the gente, kind that don't just trend but linger, suggesting that behind the chaos and the drama, there might be a real person suffering. A young woman who had lived. She had not only gone silent but had vanished so completely that even her closest friends and family were left in the dark until now. What happened next was something no one could have predicted, and the first indications that something was seriously wrong surfaced in a leaked emergency dispatch call. Living her life aloud for the world to see now, possibly navigating something too painful and real to share what we know, makes all those questions we ask during the silence feel hauntingly urgent, because sometimes silence isn't peace. Sometimes it's the scream no one hears. 10 to 56 females in their mid-20s who are unresponsive in room 106 of the notoriously rundown Meadow Pines Motel, a location frequently associated with drugs and desperation, according to reports. One officer said, "I've walked in on a lot of scenes, but never anything like this." When officers forced open the door, they discovered Chrisean Rock face down on a stained mattress, alive but barely hanging on in the room. Wrecked broken glass, smeared makeup, and across the mirror in red lipstick. They all lied. Chrisean resisted as paramedics raced in, yelling, "Don't take me. I know what I saw." Guests at the motel recorded everything on their phones, and within minutes, recordings appeared on TikTok. In one film, she yells about being set up by the industry and betrayed while clutching her chest. The most terrifying twist came later when an anonymous Reddit user claiming to work at the motel posted a picture of something they found under the bed: a burner phone with a cracked screen and a battery taped on. When the phone was turned on, it displayed only one contact, Jay. Who is Jay? A bitter ex, an insider, or a handler gone rogue? The last message sent from that phone was, "It's done." She had no idea that this wasn't just a mental health crisis. It was something bigger. Someone was watching her, and as online detectives scrambled to decipher the clues, things took a darker turn. A now-suspected Twitter account leaked what appeared to be a body cam screenshot showing officers pointing at a hidden camera behind a motel vent, captioning the image of her breaking down. According to Cardi B, "This industry eats women alive. Protect Chrisean at all costs." The post had over 800,000 views before it was removed, as if it were entertainment, and celebrities joined in to help. Chrissy Summer Walker shared a mysterious Instagram tale. "Don't believe it because we already know what they did." Fans attacked Blueface, accusing him of gaslighting and avoiding responsibility. One TikTok went viral, saying, "He's the reason. She keeps breaking. Why does he always show up at her lowest?" Even Blueface, who had been eerily quiet, broke silence. "You guys believe anything. She's just dramatic, like always." Then came the greatest shock. Of all Chrisean's single quotes, a Snapchat was hacked. A 23-second story went live and disappeared before anyone could react. In the video, she's seen pacing the motel room, clearly shaken and whispering, "They said they'd ruin me, and they said they'd leak it. I thought he loved me, but why was she so afraid they'd leak it? And more importantly, who was she afraid of?" The theories erupted like wildfire. Was it a hidden pregnancy, an unreleased diss track directed at a powerful person, or a legal bombshell that could ruin her career? One thing was certain, now that Chrisean wasn't just spiraling. She was being hunted, and the internet reacted in a chaotic way, and YouTube creators launched non-stop live streams. TikTok detectives constructed whole case boards. One of the most popular comments, which included timelines, color-coded theories, and pins connecting each piece of evidence, said, "If anything happens to her, we'll know exactly who did it." The internet went into detective mode, matching timestamps and GPS metadata and speculating that he referred to an ex-rapper turned executive with a known history of coercion. However, not everyone sympathized with her. Some claimed she was just seeking attention, while others accused her of inciting the drama herself. Then, leaked direct messages between a former stylist and an unidentified record label assistant surfaced. "We told her to keep quiet, but she ignored our advice and met him." The headline was carried by the major media as well. Chrisean disintegration or setup looking into rolling manipulation by insiders. It was a manifestation of a sick systemic problem when Stone published a blistering opinion piece titled, "The Industry's Obsession with Breaking Women Who Refused to Behave." Just when things couldn't get any more twisted, the ultimate blow arrived. An anonymous but verified Twitter journalist shared a single terrifying statement that Chrisean wasn't supposed to be there. Grainy motel security footage was attached, showing a shadowy figure wearing a hoodie and low gloves while carrying what appeared to be a hard drive. They left the motel 2 hours before the police arrived, and what's even scarier is that they didn't break in. Instead, they used a keycard, indicating that someone had granted them access. According to a source familiar with the inquiry, "We're now treating this as a potential criminal operation involving digital surveillance, coercion, and exploitation." The case was formally designated as high priority, but the most unsettling revelation of all was a voice note purportedly from Chrisean's missing phone that was anonymously sent to several blogs. Her voice was fragile but urgent, saying, "If you're hearing this, something happened. It wasn't an accident. Trust no one, not even him." Then silence. No one knows where Chrisean is now. She hasn't posted, she hasn't been seen. And the motel room is sealed with crime scene tape. But something tells us this isn't the end. So what do you think actually happened? That spending the night in room 100, was this a deliberate hack from within the industry? Or are there more? Sinister secrets than we could have ever guessed? Or is there yet a more significant chapter to come? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We're keeping an eye on everyone. If you think Christians should be given justice, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss anything else, and turn on the notifications because, trust us, you'll want to be here first when the truth is revealed. Stay alert, remain cautious. And most importantly, be prepared for what comes next, which could completely alter your life.